Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Key to the Game. I'm your host, Key. I got a special guest with me, former Xavier and Arizona star, Mark Lyons, man. Introduce yourself, talk to the fans, man. Let them know what's up.
What's going on? What's going on? Mark Lyons here. Like he said, went to Xavier for my first 3 years. Then I transferred to Arizona for my last year. Right now I'm still hooping. 12 years in, 11 or 12. One of them. It get a little blurry at the 10. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just grateful to keep going. Feel me?
Yeah, man, that's dope, man. That's dope. And first and foremost, I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate you for coming up on my platform. Like, man, you all the way in Egypt right now. We connected, man. I know you guys are on a whole different time schedule. It's 12:30 here. I don't know what time it is over there.
Yeah, it's like 6:30 over here.
Oh,
I'm like 6 hours. I had daylight savings, right, and all that.
what you said?
I had daylight savings, right? The time just went back because it
Yep.
used to be 7 hours. Yeah, so it's six
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
So yeah, we just gonna jump into it, man. Just let the fans know your upbringing, like where you from and everything, and how you got into the sport of basketball.
Honestly, I'm from upstate New York, but when I first started hooping, it kind of was like just my environment because I kind of liked the baseball when I first. I mean, the first sport I played was baseball, but then I moved from Albany, New York, to Schenectady, New York, and nobody played baseball. It's like everybody was straight hooping. You feel me? So my big brother, he told me one day, like, "Yo, come up to the park." And I played ball, but it's like I just wasn't in love with it. Like I really like
Yeah.
baseball. So then, I mean, I got scraped 1-on-1 by a dude named Christian Collins. Like that became my boy, but he scraped me, yo. So I'm like, I got to get better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I got to get better. So every day I just kept getting better, kept getting better. And before I knew it, all the dudes that I was playing 1-on-1, like somebody like him, they was all older than me. But I never knew that at first. You feel what I'm saying? They was like 2, 3 years older than me. So as I'm playing with older dudes older than me, it kind of gave me that advantage against, my peers and stuff like that.
And like when did you decide to like join the AAU scene and start playing for teams and things like that?
My first time playing AAU, I was 14. I started playing AAU when I was 14. I didn't really know much about it. Some dude who had like a local AAU team upstate, he told me like, "Yo, I got a team. I think you should play for us." Actually, my big homie Marcus Snipes told me like, "Yo, this dude wants you to play for him." So I ended up playing for him, and I was killing. You feel me? So I'm thinking I'm the best player in the world, but I don't know. Like I said about AAU, I didn't know this was like one of them club local teams. It wasn't
Yeah.
a Nike circuit. You know what I mean? It wasn't none of that. So I'm thinking like, "Oh, I'm the best in the world."
It
So then
wasn't
the
the OG
following
City Rock.
year, yeah, you feel me? The following year, I got with City Rocks, and my first tournament, I never forget my first tournament. We went down to Long Island. The Lightning had a tournament. It was like from the top team. So first game, we go against the Lightning, Corey Fisher, Tu Holloway,
Oh yeah.
Darius Gabriel, all these dudes on one team. I cooked. I went off on them. I ain't gonna lie. I scored like the first 10 out the gate. I was going crazy. It's my first AAU tournament. I don't know nobody. I don't know the names or nothing. They smoked us by like 30. I'm like, they all right, but I was getting busy. Like, that's me in my head. But they was like, "Yo, you just played against Corey Fisher and them, right?" I'm like, "I don't know who that is, bro. Like, I don't know who that is." Then they pointed to the next court over. It's OJ Mayo and Bill Walker. They're like, "Yo, that's the #1 player in the country." So now I'm starting to get an idea of who I'm going against. I'm like, nah, this is real. Like that, when I was playing them before wasn't really about nothing. So that's kind of how I got on the AAU scene.
And you want to know what's so funny that you mentioned Corey Fisher, bro?
Mm-hmm.
When both of you guys were in college, I never
Yeah.
told, like, only my friends know this. You and Corey Fisher was my favorite players in college when y'all was in
That's
college.
love. That's love. Sure,
Yo,
Brody.
bro,
That's
y'all my
love.
favorite players.
That's love. That's
And
love.
when Kurt asked me like, "Yo, would you interview Mark Lyons?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Like, you don't
Yeah,
know,
that's
like, I
love.
fuck with Mark, man.
Nah, that's what's up for sure. And it's crazy because when me and Fish was in we was in Israel together. Everybody was saying like, "Yo, y'all look identical on the court." It's like crazy because like when we was younger, we didn't really play nothing alike, if you ask me. But we both,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, similar. But when we was overseas and I'm watching the film, I'm like, "Yo, he looked like me, like just body structure and everything." When that year, I'm like, "It was crazy." So for you to
and
say
it's
that,
like
you know, what I mean, it kind of makes sense to me.
y'all straight get to it. Like it feel like y'all playing in a Dykeman tournament when y'all playing. Like
Sure.
y'all just getting to it.
That's how we know how to score. It's not even like we trying to be fancy. That's just how we know how to get ours. Like, you know what I mean? We got to do an extra couple moves here and there to get a dude off balance, you know what I'm saying? To make shots and do what we got to do, create for others.
That's a fact. And was that like your introduction to Tu Holloway? That was your first time ever meeting him?
Yeah, but I didn't even know Tu. Still didn't know Tu then. Like, I didn't know him then. The first time I actually knew Tu was probably a year or two after that. He still was playing with the Lightning, and they had a crazy team. And that's when I kind of started chopping it up with him and all that. It was him, Lance Stevenson, I want to say Ashton Gibbs. Like, they had like some crazy team. Like, it was a bunch of the top dudes from New York City on one team. And that's when I started chopping it up with him. And then the following year, when we both was in prep school, he was at Harmony and I was at Brewster. That's kind of when we really, really was chopping it up. And I mean, we got close. And then that was before he even committed. Then he committed to Xavier. And then it was like, no looking back. Like, it's my twin. So
yeah,
that's kind of how it went down.
You dudes was an amazing backcourt, man, at Xavier, man.
Yeah, we got lucky to be together, man. I almost decommitted, so I'm still happy I went. Yeah, I was about to decommit. Once Tu signed, I'm like, y'all trying to recruit over me? Like, what's going on? Then Tu called me like, nah, bro, what you talking about? You ain't watched Villanova and all that. We playing together. You gonna wear 53, I'm wearing 52. Boy, I'm not wearing 53, but you got me, all right? Like, I'm still gonna go there though. So that's kind of how that went too.
And at what point did you feel like, all right, I know like I could be good at this sport and I could, make it somewhere with the sport?
I say ninth grade is when I kind of was coming into my own as far as like, I'm good at the game. You know what I mean? Because I was a freshman and the coach was like, yo, we're not playing freshman. We moving you up. You know what I mean? So I got moved up to JV. I had 30 in the scrimmage. The first scrimmage, like our first scrimmage ever on JV, I had 30. So the next day I got a call from the varsity coach. She's like, yo, I want to move you up to varsity. So I'm like, I bet. So I went up to varsity, had like 2 practices with them. And he was like, yo, listen, I want to keep you on the team, but I don't know if you're going to play that much. It's your decision if you want to stay here or you want to go back down to JV. And right there, I'm like, I'm going to go to JV, hone my skills, get everything. Get my game situated. And that's kind of when I knew I had a chance to be really good. Because if you get moved up to varsity on the team that we had, we was top 5 in New York State. You feel me? Like, my school was OD nice. So for me to get moved up to varsity as a freshman, I'm like, I got a real chance to be something. So that's when I really knew I got to really lock in.
Like, and playing at Schenectady High, you go there for 3 years or 4 years?
I went there for 3 years.
3 years. And what like, you was just saying you guys were like a top 5 school in the state. What convinced you to go to transfer to Brewster? Like, because most guys transfer to prep school because they had a small school, so they want to get more looks and stuff.
Honestly, it's because because when I left there, I went to South Kent first. I reclassified and went to South Kent.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, when I left Schenectady High, I reclassified. So how that story happened, I was playing they had a tournament in Syracuse in the Dome. It was a big tournament. And we was going against South Kent. My AAU team, South Kent had they brought their high school team to the AAU event. And it was like one of them games where athleticism was going to determine who was going to win the game. Because they just had a bunch of athletic dudes. We're playing with dudes from regular high schools and all that. But it's like, you don't really get the best players from around the country. Prep school, you get the best players from around the country. So they was athletic, jumping everywhere, tall guards. But I'm out there flying. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was super athletic. So after the game, Coach Chill's like, yo, I would love to have you at South Kent. So as soon as he said that, my mind was, I'm going to prep school. Like, it's nothing that's could change my mind. So then the regular season come, we get to the playoffs, we get to sectionals. I go on a visit to South Kent. Like, I left practice probably like 5 minutes early, 10 minutes early. I'm like, Coach, I got to go visit a school. I go visit a prep school. I go visit South Kent. The next day, bro, we got a game. Dude don't play me the whole game. My high school coach, he don't play me the whole game. I'm talking about Syracuse in the crowd, St. John's. Mad schools there to see me. I know they ain't there to see nobody else. Nobody else was, nobody else was at that level. So I'm like, they there to see me, and I didn't get 1 minute, bro. So right after the game, I quit. Right after the game. Right
this was
there.
your junior year.
My junior year, quit. Because I already knew I was going to South Kent anyway. So I'm like, all right, you want to do that? Coach like, yo, Mark, nah, just stay. Nah, I'm out of here. I mean, you just try to embarrass me for trying to better my career. It ain't like I did something wrong. I'm just trying to better my life. You know what I mean? I come from the trenches. So like, I'm just trying to better myself. So I just end up going to South Kent. And the reason why I did leave is because I'm from upstate, bro. You don't get as much exposure as you would if you went to town. I mean, like you still gonna get your college looks and all that. But if I was born and raised in Harlem or the Bronx or something, I would have been a top 50 kid if you ask me, in my eyes.
Yeah.
But you feel me? So I just went to South Kent so I could get more exposure. I had D1 offers, but I wanted them big schools. So I'm like, prep school, I think, was the way for me to go.
And you go to South Kent. You play. Do you play at South Kent or you?
I play in the backcourt. Yeah, I play in the backcourt with Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, me and Isaiah Thomas was in the backcourt.
That's a crazy backcourt.
Yeah, me and Zeke was in the backcourt, and it's funny because I was gonna go to Washington. They offered me to go play to Washington with him. They wanted us in the backcourt together, but it was just too far. I'm like, I can't just go to Washington, bro. Like,
that shit is fucking all the way on the West Coast.
This is what I'm saying. So I'm like, I'm not going to Washington when I'm from New York. I'm trying to stay close to home.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I played there, had a good year. I ain't gonna lie. I played great. I mean, especially with Isaiah, because it was easy for me to play with him. He was already a top 50 kid, top 70, whatever. And he was a bucket. The same way he was in the league is how he was in high school. He was a bucket. Crazy so he made my job. Yeah, crazy athletic, handle, jump shot, crazy. So he made my job easier. So then the next year I transferred to Brewster, and that's when I kind of was like, I could be special. That's when I realized like I'm good in ball, but I could be special because playing behind Isaiah, not behind him, but like playing next to Isaiah, all eyes was always on him. So I was eating, but it was like all eyes was on him. When I went to Brewster, it was all eyes on me. Like, this your team. What you gonna do? How you gonna lead these dudes? You know what I mean?
Who was at Brewster with you?
Anthony Crater. He used to be the #1 point guard in the country when he committed to Ohio State. Yeah. He committed to Ohio State and then transferred to South Florida. He was the #1 point guard in the country at one point. We had Emmanuel Negadu, committed to Arizona, ended up going to Tennessee. He was a top 50 kid. And we had all D1 kids, but no big time names. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when I left South Kent, they brought Dion Waiters. Like we didn't have those names. You get what I'm saying? Like it was Isaiah and Dion in the backcourt. These are the dudes we had to play against. So I went to Brewster and I went off, bro. That's when I realized like you could be something. I still was committed to Xavier.
I was about to ask you when did Xavier come into the picture?
That's when I was at South Kent. When I was at South Kent, I committed to Xavier. I committed early. And there was a bunch of big schools who wanted me to decommit, but I never did. Even when I got to Brewster, we won a championship with names that we had a good team. Like we had dudes that could really hoop.
Oh no, we ain't gonna skip over that. Who were some of the big schools that want you to decommit?
One I just threw out there, UConn. UConn was the biggest school that.
Damn, you and Kimber would have been crazy.
Yeah, it was, but that's what I'm saying. The reason why I wanted to go somewhere where I could be the point guard, bro. Yeah. Like that was my mental because growing up, I never got a chance to play point guard. And I feel like that's what kind of stopped me from even getting my fair chance at the league. I wouldn't say I didn't have a chance at the league, but my fair chance, I never was able to show that I can be the leader of the team and play point guard. You know what I mean? So that kind of is why I didn't even think about going to UConn. Because when they told me, yo, you know your offer still standing, I'm like, I thought about it. You know what I mean? It's UConn. I thought about it, but I'm like, Xavier, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come in, start as a freshman. I seen people go to the league from there. So I mean, it's a good situation for me to. They go to the tournament every year, so it just. I mean, it was a match made in heaven for me to be able to do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So.
And you come into Xavier your first year. You redshirt. What was the reason behind that?
They changed the rules with like the SAT scores and the credits and all that. Like I qualified, but then as soon as I was going to college, they switched the rule. They made me a partial qualifier. So I had to sit out. Like it wasn't my decision, but I would have. it didn't hurt me. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like I was upset, but it wasn't like, all right, this just ruined everything for me. I was like, all right, it's cool. I'm just gonna take the year to get better. You know what I mean? Coach Miller brought me into the office. He like, yo, sorry to tell you, but you ain't qualified. So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, all right, so what's next? He like, yo, you just gonna have to work out every day, you know what I mean, and get prepared for the next season. You know what I mean? Now, if I play that year, who knows how things would have been because Tu was so good because he had that like his confidence in the game was more advanced than mine because he had that year before me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now, if we came and played together at the same time, we probably could have been even better. You know what I mean? It's because like that year kind of stunted my growth as far as the confidence in the game. So me as a freshman, me is like I'm really a sophomore on the court, but being a freshman, I didn't get that experience my first year. So like now when me and him playing together, I'm a freshman. When I could have been a sophomore with him, could have been a junior with him, could have been a senior with him. You know what I mean? So it kind of like it stunted that growth. Like my junior year, I could do whatever on the court. But my freshman and sophomore year was like I was hesitant. Like I know I could do it, but if I do it, he gonna sub me. You know what I mean? You don't never want to feel like that. So that kind of was one of the mistakes about redshirting, but it was cool. It worked out.
Yeah, it definitely worked out, man. I mean, soon as you're eligible to play, you burst on the scene, man.
Cool.
You do some great things at Xavier, man. You two-time or A10, third team if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You and Tu, y'all go to the tournament, y'all do some amazing things in the tournament. And just talk about playing in the backcourt with Tu, man, because you guys were like one of the best backcourts in college basketball during that 3-year period.
You know it's crazy, like being in the backcourt with Tu or being on the team with Tu, it's like you going into the game knowing that you got somebody with you that's like he on the same type of time and I'm on. Like
Y'all both dogs.
But he even more determined. Like I'm determined as far as like, I know I'm gonna go out there, I gotta try to get busy and try to win the game. He was more determined as far as like controlling the game, like knowing the aspects was gonna help us win the game. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking I gotta do my part to contribute to the game. So when playing with him was like my fault, but playing with him, everything was like he made everything easier for me. And not even just for me, but even for my teammates. Like having a leader like him who worked every day. Like he was dedicated to the gym. He getting shots every day, thousands of shots. Like he really elevated his game through work. And the whole team seeing that, it made us work harder. It made us trust that when we go into this game, we know we can count on each other. You feel me? One thing he knew about me, what he was getting for me, I got a dog with me. We're not backing down from nobody. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we going into every game, we knew we had the best backcourt. We ain't have nothing else. We had the best backcourt going into every game. So that's our advantage. You feel me? And our teammates was good, but we could count on each other to really control the game and get victories.
Yeah, man. Nah, you guys are dogs. And like I don't know Tu personally, but like you said, you come from the gutter. He come from the gutter too. Like he's from Hempstead, man. My mom's live about 20 minutes from Hempstead, so I know like where he come from. Like so, there's nothing but dogs out there. So you know, I feel like me personally, I wasn't as good as y'all, but the mindset that I have is like y'all. So I always fuck with y'all. Like just you feel me, y'all mindset to the game.
For sure.
And I feel like although I didn't know you guys personally, I feel like we related so much. That's why I just fuck with you guys. Yeah, with Tu. But now, yeah, just watching you guys, man. That shit made me fuck with you, and it was a altercation that made me fuck with y'all even more, man. I don't know if you want to dive into it. The shit is known as the Crosstown Shootout.
Yeah.
Where y'all got into it with damn, what school was that?
Cincinnati, man.
Cincinnati, man. Like just talk before we even get into that, just speak about that rivalry with Cincinnati and Xavier, because a lot of people don't know too much about that rivalry. You guys are like both of you guys schools are located in Cincinnati, Ohio, if I'm not correct, right?
Like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, man. So yeah, just speak on that rivalry and you know, like what took place, because I heard it was like ongoing stuff that happened before that took place.
Yeah, you know, like that rivalry is super big. Like, you know what I mean? People talk about the North Carolinas and the Dukes and all that. They don't understand Cincinnati, Xavier on that same level. Kids is camping out in front of that building for a week or two straight in the wintertime to get tickets. They sleeping in tents outside the arena for tickets a week or two prior to the game.
Yeah.
This is what they doing to get in line for these tickets. Like, it's a big deal. So, you know what I mean? The rival, it started brewing up when the media started doing a lot of stuff to build up the rivalry. Build up the game. The rivalry was already there to build up the game. So they going to ask the dudes at they school, like, oh, would Tu Holloway start on y'all team? They like, no, Tu ain't that good. This, that, da. So, you know what I mean? That kind of triggered a lot on the court. You know what I mean? Like, as far as the fight and how everything started, that was going to be there regardless, because we knew the magnitude of the game. Like, you know, this is a rival game. Like, you could lose every game, win this game. Everybody going to think you the best ever. So at the end of the game, that's why when Tu got the layup and he was like, this my shit, this my city, that was based off them talking crazy about him in the media.
Yeah.
They never said nothing crazy, because Tu ain't the type like, this my shit, that's not even Tu style. He more so actions speak louder than words with him. That's the type of person he is. This my shit, this my city. That's some shit that I would have said. You know what I'm saying? That's why me and him was so like, me and Tu was so close. We had one argument ever in our life. Like, we so close because we the same, but we opposite as far as our demeanor. But we the same. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something I would have said. Tu only said that because of them saying he won't start at their school. How you not gonna start at your school, boy, first team All-American or second team All-American?
Facts. He
Make it make
sense.
sense. Come on, bro. Like, we play against y'all every summer. In the summertime, we go against the Cincinnati dudes every summer. Tu was playing on their team a lot too in the summer. Feel me? We know y'all. It ain't like we don't know y'all. Like, you feel me? So that the magnitude of the game was gonna be the magnitude of the game, but I feel like the trash talking led to Tu saying this my shit, then the little dude getting in his face, then Dez being a freshman coming over pushing him. He don't know no better. He a freshman. He like, man, get out my man's face. Through him. Now the bench clear, and now your street instincts kick in. Now it's like, all right, I gotta defend myself. You feel me? Like, so that's where the punches came in for me. That was more so I gotta defend myself. Like, I'm not gonna be nobody out here trying to block and look this way, get hit. No, I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna be the aggressor. I'm gonna make sure I ain't getting hit. So that's kind of how it was, but it ruined a lot for us. If I could be honest, like, looking back on it, we should have handled that a lot better, because a lot of us lost some stuff at stake. You know what I mean? Life is what it is. You know what I mean? You can't really live with regrets. But we lost out on a lot because of that. We was number 8 in the country, bro.
Yeah, you guys, yo, bro, y'all was tough. Like, I don't think Xavier been like that since y'all dudes left.
We had some good teams, but it's like
had some good teams, but that team was like Final Four good.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you, and this is what I'm saying. It messed up a lot for us. We was number 8 in the country. We already beat Vanderbilt, who was ranked top 5. We already beat Purdue, who was ranked top 15. Now we played against a Big East school, smoked them by 20. We beat Cincinnati, but this is the thing people don't. We beat the hell out them boys, man. 25 or something. So we supposed to go what? If we number 8 in the country, we beat a Big East team who's really good. They went to the Sweet 16 that year too. Let's not forget. They're really good. We beat them by 20 something, bro. And we number 8. We supposed to go down to number 7, 6. If somebody else lost, maybe 5.
Yeah.
We won that game and went to 11.
You know,
we won that game and went to 11. Yeah, because they knew the suspensions too. Like, you know, we had suspensions, so you know what I mean? We end up dropping in the rankings. But if we don't have that fight, who knows where we go? Because we already played our toughest schedule. We had two tough games coming up. We had Long Beach State with Casper Ware, James Ennis, and them. But we would have beat them if you ask me. We were the better team.
Yeah.
And that was really it, bro. If we win them games, now what we looking at? Now we looking at we top 5 in the country. We going into conference play where our conference was good, but it was like we might lose what 1, 2 games in conference. We going in there looking like Jameer Nelson and Delonte.
That's a fact.
You feel me? With more swag. Like
that's
what we looking like. You feel me? Like it was real. Like USA Today was coming to the gym. Like, yo, did an article on us. USA Today, best backcourt in the country. Did a whole article on us. This is what we was when we was undefeated. As soon as that fight happened, nobody cared about us, bro. It's like we was the, you know what I mean? We was the stepchild. It was like nobody was rocking with us. ESPN, nobody was rocking with us. The scouts, everybody just looked at us like thugs.
I was about to ask you that. Like, do you think it like messed up you guys draft stock a little bit?
100%. 100%, bro. You got to think about the dudes who was in them 2 games that had NBA potential that never got a chance at the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only one person in that game got a chance at the league, and that was Sean Kilpatrick. And he should have even had a better chance at the league. You know what I mean? Like, none of us had a fair chance at the league.
Yeah, I think there's a few guys on that court that could have went like had good careers.
Me too, Yancey Gates, Des Wells, 100%.
NBA, those 4 right there.
Yeah, NBA talent. Like if you want to say this, you want to say that, we are NBA talent at that time. And I know that personally because of the people I played against that was in the league. I know. 2 locked up CJ McCollum in the NCAA tournament. Held him to like 9 points, 8 points or something, 6 points. Like 2 was guarding the best players on the other team.
Yeah.
Locking him up too and got no chance at the league. Me, my game just took like I got, bro, handle, shot, jumper, defense, and I'm super athletic, bro. There's no way I don't get a chance at the NBA. Yancey Gates, there wasn't 10 big men in the NCAA better than him. No way, bro.
That shit, man. That shit. I felt like they the what was that, like the press conference you guys had? I felt that they held that against y'all with you know, Tu had like a quotable thing that he said where they held it against him where he said like we got a bunch of gangsters not
I'm blaming Tu
in the locker room.
Let's be real. Coming from where we from,
we understood that. I understood.
Yeah, exactly. It was like he really said the correct thing to the urban community to make them understand what was going on.
Like we dogs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. White America, they're not hearing that because at the end of the day, the word gangster can't be the first words out your mouth when we look crazy like that. So I understand where they was coming from, but me being the loyal dude that I am, I was about to go into the media, pardon me, being apologetic a little bit. Like, yo, we was bugging. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's a rival game. We was tripping. Yeah. I apologize. But this is my brother. So when he go into the press conference, yo, we gangsters, not thugs, but tough guys in the locker room. That's what we on. Bet. Yeah, we not backing down from nobody. That's what I'm on. We don't back down from nobody. So,
yeah, bro, I remember that. I remember that press conference like yesterday, bro.
This is what I'm saying. So, what type of dude would I have been if Tu said that, and then the next thing I said, yeah, I'm sorry. You know, we shouldn't have did that. It's like I can't do that when my man. I could have said nothing.
Yeah,
but I can't just say like I'm sorry. We look crazy after my man tell y'all, nah, we gangsters in the locker room, not thugs, but tough guys on the court.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that I'm standing on business with them because at the end of the day, we go to the same dorm together, pause. We go to the court together. We go outside together. This is my brother, bro, and this is really how I felt. I felt the same way he felt, so I'm gonna stand on it. Like where I'm from, if somebody put their hands on you, you gotta protect yourself.
That's a fact. That's
what my mom told me.
That's a fact.
But they crucified us. Nancy Grace, CNN, Oprah, name it. They crucified us. They crucified us, bro. Crucified us.
And what was that? That was your that was your junior year or your
junior year. That was
Your
my
junior
junior
year.
year. It's the reason
Yeah,
I
man.
transferred.
Huh?
It's the reason I transferred, for real.
I'm about to ask you that, like, because you basically Tu was on his way out. He was a senior, you was a junior. That was going. I mean, it was already the Tu Holloway and the Mark Lyons show, but this was going to be your show next year. You was going to get your chance to run point. If I'm not mistaken, I remember you saying something about when you was transferring to Arizona. It was like giving you an opportunity to play point guard. If I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
And Sean Miller also had left and went to Arizona, correct?
Yep. Sean Miller left. So the thing was, I went because after the season you got your meetings with your coaches to tell you what they expect from you from next year, or if you got a chance to leave, if you leave and if you coming back. So I go to my meeting and my mentor was, I'm gonna stay. I know I could transfer. I know I can enter the draft, maybe not get picked, but still, try to go to the G League, make a team, go overseas, get some dough. I know my options. Like, I'm going to stay, though, because now the team is mine and I could go crazy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I get into this meeting. Chris Mack, first words to me is, yo, Mark, you got 3 options. Mind you, I'm supposed to be the man coming back. You're supposed to be like, yo, listen, what you want? What you think we should do? First thing Chris Mack say to me, you got 3 options. You could transfer, you could go to the NBA, or if you stay, you got to follow by these rules. Hold on. You mean to tell me my last year being here, you think you about to just give me some animated rules for what? Because we got to a scrap on the court?
Yeah.
That's what you think? Because that's not going to happen. Like, so all I said was, all right, coach, cool, I'm transferring. Mind you, my whole mindset walking into this building was I'm staying. First thing I was gonna tell me, coach, I'm staying. I'm happy. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get together. We good. I know we're losing 2 and King, but we good. We got me, Dez. We got Tomas Christian coming in. We good. Boy, he said all that. I said, okay, I'll transfer. I got up and left. That's what I said. I said, I bet I'm transferring it. Got up and left. And coach calling my phone like, no, like, yo, that's not what we were trying to say. Just come back, come talk to us. I said, nah, man, I'm out. He was like, all right, we're going to give you a day. Just come back tomorrow. So I went back the next day, and he was like, listen, we don't want you to transfer. We got Samaj coming in. We want you to play the 2. What? Samaj is my little brother. I love him to death. He'll tell you out of his mouth how much I love him. Yeah. But if you think I waited this time to play 2 guard when it's my time to show my point guard skills to get to the next level, y'all lost me again. I'm out of here. I'm transferring, bro. Yeah, so he said, you want to transfer? He made a quote, bro. He made a quote. I never forget this, bro. Remember I told you my high school teammate, my high school coach, he didn't play me because I was trying to better my career. Mm-hmm. It's like these dudes always did something to try to ruin me, a kid, when they grown-ass men. Now that I'm a grown man, the things that some of these coaches was doing, bro, is crazy.
That's a fact, bro. I always tell people about shit like that too. Yep. You can hear me, bro? You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Yep.
And it's always something, man. It's overseas connection, man. That's what I got to deal with, man.
But yeah, I was
you
saying, like, yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's overseas connection killing me. But yeah, what I was saying was, now that I'm grown, bro, it's like I'm looking back on how these coaches was trying to treat me, bro, for me trying to get to the top of my. You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. It should be good now. It's overseas connection crazy, bro.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I have my homegirl edit shit.
Yeah, so what I was saying was, now that I'm older and I get a chance to see how these coaches was trying to treat me, bro, for just trying to better my career, it's crazy because I'm a grown man. There's certain things that they did I would never do to a kid, bro, ever. So like when I told him I was transferring, he like, all right, you want to transfer? I'm gonna put out this statement letting the people know why you want to transfer. I said, all right, go. That's what he told me. I said, all right, go put out. I said, put out whatever you want, coach. Do whatever you got to do. Whatever make you feel better. He go put in the media, Mark Lyons is transferring from Xavier because he don't want to follow team rules. How you think that make me look in the media to other schools, to the scouts, to everybody else? He don't want to follow team rules. No, I'm leaving because you giving me team rules as a senior and you ain't even asked me if I want to come back. You thought I was just going to stay because I ain't have no options.
Yeah.
You didn't know Kentucky was going to drive down here to get me to have me go to Kentucky. You didn't know Kansas want me to transfer to go to Kansas. You didn't know Sean Miller was going to need a point guard and I was going to Arizona. You thought I needed you, to be honest. So certain things that they did, like my high school coach and that Mac with that statement, that's just certain things I would never do to a kid, bro. Try to make them look bad, make them look like, make them look like somebody that they actually not. Because Mac really know me. My high school coach know me. I ain't a bad kid, bro. I wear a chip on my shoulder because I was trying to get to where I'm at now. That's it.
And I always tell dudes like, not to sound like this, but like you got to use those coaches the way they use you because they just like they don't. A lot you got some good coaches that care about us, but a lot of these coaches don't care about us. They just care about what they could benefit from us.
Come on. And then when you don't fall in line, it's like, oh, he a bad one. Oh, he this, he that. They spread bad negative words about you, bro. At the end of the day, you just trying to look out for yourself, just like they trying to do. We not getting paid millions of dollars at this time in high school and college, like y'all getting paid millions of dollars. We paying for your houses, but we going home eating oodles and noodles and all that. Let's be real here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so
living off of refund checks and shit.
For sure, this is what I'm saying. So that's how I end up transferring. And he put that statement out, and I'm like, I read it in the paper. I say, yo, boy, really trying to tarnish me. But at the end of the day, them big schools was calling. So I'm like, I'll be all right. You know what I mean? I was really going to Kentucky. Ojo side, I was committed into Kentucky. And then I got a call from Miller. And I'm like, this is Sean Miller, man. This is a dude that I always wanted to play for. You know what I mean? So I went on my visit. And it was clipped. I'm like, I'm going to Arizona. Cal was upset with me. But they had Ryan Herod. I don't know if you remember Ryan Herod. Yeah, so everybody was telling me he going to be a top pick. He going lottery. And like I said, I'm trying to go play point guard.
Yeah.
And Cal like, yo, I can't promise nobody no minutes or no positions or nothing. So not even if you promise me the point guard spot, you not even promise me that I'm going to be a starter as a senior.
Yeah, I got to go.
I still was going to go because I'm a dog. I already knew I was going to start. There's no way you're going to put me in an environment and I'm not going to come out with a chinchilla.
You've been doing this. You've been doing this
like
years already.
Fuck y'all that came out with a chinchilla on. I've been wearing a Wildcat. I've had a Wildcat on. You feel me? Like, it would have been different, but it was just knowing that, like, you don't trust me enough to tell me, like, yo, listen, this is what you got. I got Bill Self telling me I'm coming to be the starting point guard for Kansas. I got Sean Miller telling me I'm going to be the starting point guard for Arizona. And you telling me that you can't promise me nothing, that means no, it's too, you know what I mean? I know I got to work for everything I get, but I feel like my name was already solidified to where you should have, yo, Mark, this is your spot. So I went to Arizona and did what I had to do.
It's crazy because I watched the Sebastian Telfair interview, and I think it was with Vlad, and he was saying that fucking Rick Pitino came to his crib and basically was telling him like, yo, you know, you come here, you got to work for your spot, this, that, and third. He said when Rick Pitino left out the door, he told his mom, like, yo, it's over, I'm going to the league. Like, why would he tell me some shit like that? And I'm the top two in the nation. Like, come on, man. Like,
this is what I'm saying. It's like, you know who you got in front of you sometimes where you gotta really tell them what it is. Even at the end of the day, Pitino knew that kid was gonna start.
Exactly.
Calipari, I'm pretty sure he knew my game and knew I was gonna start. You can't try to do that type of stuff because at the end of the day, certain situations when somebody back against the wall to make a decision, they're gonna make the decision that best benefits them, not the one that if I do certain things, it might benefit me more. Yeah. I wish I went to Kentucky. If I had the same year at Arizona at Kentucky, I think I go to the NBA.
Just off of who Cal is.
Because of who Cal is. This is what I'm saying. So I understand it, but come on, bro. You gotta give me a little bit more. I mean, I ain't a junior where I got 2 years to work with you. I got 1 year, bro. Can't throw that away. Just to say I played for you.
That's a fact. You know and you go to Arizona, you guys have a good team. Y'all it's about like 5 people on that team that played in the league. You played summer league, but you didn't get to play on a regular season roster. But they had Gabe York, you had Nick Johnson,
Grant Jarrett
on that team.
Grant Jarrett.
You guys was Solomon Hill. How was that? Brandon Ashley, the big white dude, I forgot his name.
Tarzewski. We had a mob, bro.
Yeah,
but you know the thing is, they was young. They was so young, bro. Like they didn't like me and Solo and Kevin Parham.
That's my boy.
Yeah, Jordan Mays. We knew what it took to like just stay locked in, even when you're not playing good. If you have a bad game, we knew how to like, all right, don't sweat that. We're gonna come back next game. It's all right.
Yeah.
Our young dudes, as talented as they are, if something went wrong, they didn't really know how to handle it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, I ain't gonna say who on my team. I remember he was playing bad, bro. And he came to me after the game. We going away to the bus. He said, yo, what I gotta do, bro? Like, crying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what I gotta do, bro? I don't understand why I'm playing so bad. I said, this is the reason you playing bad. You overthinking, bro. Just be who you is. Be who you been, bro. You know what I mean? Do your job. You good. You only a sophomore. I know it's pressure on you to get to the league. You gonna get there, bro. Don't worry about it. You gonna get there. You feel me? So after that, it helped him. He started going crazy. Start hooping again, doing what he needed to do. You feel me? But that's the type of pressure that they was dealing with. Coming from Xavier, you know the difference between that Xavier team and Arizona team? I got dudes on my team who never dreamed they would get to the NBA when they got to college. It was like I got to work extra hard to either go overseas or get a chance at the league. These are the dudes I'm working with.
Yeah.
We got NBA potential, but we really got to do the extra to make them see us. When I got to Arizona, it was like the league is the expectation for these kids.
Yeah, that shit a pro factor.
Since they was in high school. You know, we always wanted to go to the league, but we knew how hard it was going to be. It wasn't hard to them.
In the nation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, nigga, if I don't go to the league, I'm a bust. That's how they looking at it. They got the silver spoons and all that. Like, that's the type of kids they were. So when things don't go their way, they not getting the points that they supposed to get. They don't start one game. These is kids who was the best on their team since they were 5 years old. So it was a different mentality. Once things didn't go right, it's like, damn, I ain't going to the league. We done. Instead of saying, I got this. I'm him. I mean, they were too young. You know what I mean? As years went on, they started getting that, but you know they were young that year. So it was on me, Solomon, and KP to really keep the team together as far as mentality, because we didn't have that mentality throughout the whole team.
And how was that experience in Arizona? Like, how you already explained how it was different from being an Xavier because it's a pro factory, but you know, how was that year for you?
It was amazing, bro. It was amazing. The reason why I say that is because everything I wanted, I was getting. I was a starting point guard for point guard you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact.
We a top 5 party school. I wasn't partying that much because I ain't had no classes like that, so I didn't know that many people. You know what I mean? I was a grad student, so I didn't know that many people. You know what I mean? But we number 3 in the country at one point. We should have been number 1, but we lost that night to Oregon. We were going to be the number 1 team in the country. Every game we went into, we felt like we were going to win. I got Sean Miller with me. I got Coach Book with me. Everything was just
legendary, bro.
Yeah. Only thing I was missing was my guys from Xavier that, you know what I mean, it would have been too good to be true. Like, I loved my teammates at U of A, though. There were some good dudes, good, come from good homes. You know what I mean? They didn't grow up like me. You know what I mean? So they had good heads on their shoulders, like really nice kids, bro. So I liked my team. But it's like having all that and not having the dudes I started it with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't feel natural. Only thing natural about it is I had Sean Miller and Book. You know what I mean? So it was like I was the new kid on the block. I had to earn my stripes when I was already him. So it was like it was crazy. You know what I mean? But it ended up being a good year.
Speak about like Sean Miller and Book like influence on you, man, because a lot of dudes, you know, he's Book is like pivotal in New York City basketball.
Crazy.
So you feel me, just like for the people that's gonna be viewing this, that's probably, you know, from Schenectady and things, you know, Albany and places like that. Just let them know like Book impact on the players and things like that.
I'll say I'm gonna start off with Sean Miller because it's gonna be probably a little shorter. But Sean Miller, he was a father figure off the strength that he was like one of the first men that like I didn't know but had respect for. You know what I mean? Like I feel like certain people couldn't tell me nothing because I feel like you didn't know me well enough. It's like Sean, he gets your respect off rip because you could tell he a real person. You know what I mean? Like as far as like he not gonna do nothing that's gonna try to jeopardize you. Like Sean ain't gonna put he don't want to follow team rules in no paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After we got into the brawl on TV, the Cincinnati, the fight, Sean Miller had an interview that night and said, "Those are my guys. I stand with them. I back them, whatever happened." He didn't even see what happened. He just going to back his guys. Like, that's the type of dude he was. So it's like, you run through a wall for somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, you feel me? He wants your best interest. Yeah, he wants the best interest of the team, but he wants the best interest from you too. Like, he got your best interest at heart. So that's somebody that, if you can get that from any coach, you don't need him to love you and do all this extra stuff. If he got the respect for you that, know what I mean, he gonna do for you and expect the same, know what I mean, you good with that. So I'm always indebted to Sean Miller because he always was 100 with me. He accepted me for who I was, and he loved me for being the dog that I was. Like he ain't try to put me on no leash. Like, you know what I mean, be great. So that's one thing about Sean. And Book, like, that's really my big brother. Like, like for real, like there's no assistant coach in the country, bro. There's no assistant coach in the country, bro, that's like Book, bro. None, bro. Like, there's some that's from the same cloth, but they not Book, bro. Like, no. Like, when you on campus, he's not your coach. He's not your coach. Like, he's really your friend, your brother, somebody you could talk to. So for the younger dudes, he's your uncle. Like, this is somebody you could vent to. Go to his house. Yo, I need some food. You know what I mean? This was when he was still married. Auntie cooking for me. You know what I mean? You can stay the night in my house. You ain't got to go to the dorm tonight. Make you feel like you home. Like, you know how it is. He a New Yorker, bro. Like, he like us. Like, you know what I mean? If he love you and he know you, he'll give you the shirt off his back. Pause. Like, he a great dude, man. I think Book need to be back in college basketball. College basketball needs him, especially kids getting this type of money. He's somebody who can teach these kids and help them understand the value of money and life in general. Because he been at his highest, he been at his lowest. Pause. Like, he been there. He's seen it all. So somebody like him needs to be back in college basketball at the end of the day.
Definitely, man. I definitely agree with you, bro. And you know, you have an amazing season at Arizona. That summer, going into that summer, like what is it? What's going on? Like as far as like the draft process with the scouts.
You know what's crazy? I had an agent, bro, and he was a good dude, black dude. He was cool as hell, bro. But I chose our own over me being smart and doing the best that was for me. Because I had was wanted to sign me so bad. Octagon, Steph Curry agent wanted to sign me so bad, but I stuck with, you know what I mean, my guy. I'm like, I'm gonna go with the black dude, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He gonna have my best interest, bro. He gonna do everything for me. But I think the connections that he didn't have as many connections that I thought he had.
That
You know what I mean?
sometimes
So,
it's
so I
not
end up
working
having
out
to
for you,
fire
man.
him. Yeah, I end up having to fire him and going with the Octagon dudes. Once I went with the Octagon dudes, that's when I got on. Like I already had some workouts and all that, but that's when I got my summer league job. Because my first agent, he was talking about this team, that team, that team, that team. They all, I mean, they talking, they got interest. As soon as I got with Octagon, I was on the roster within 3 days, 2 days. So like it was the next day. So I got with the Raptors. And it was crazy because when I got to the first practice in Vegas, bro, they put me on the first team. I remember one time it's me and Valanciunas in the pick and roll, right? I come off the pick and roll. I shoot the three. As soon as I elevate, I hear Dwayne Casey. Good shot, Mark. Good I'm like, oh, Dwayne, he fucking with me.
Yeah.
You feel me? He fucking with me. Boom, we got a game, right? We got a game like the next day or the day after that. I don't start. All right, it's cool. Like, it's cool though. Like it's all right. I'm gonna get in there and get busy because I'm coming off of averaging 26 in the NCAA tournament. 25.
Yeah, yo, you had a big NCAA tournament, bro.
Yeah, so I'm coming off averaging. I think I led the NCAA tournament in scoring. I
You
came
made
off
all region.
crazy. So I'm like, I'm ready. Like I know I'm ready. I just cooked up. I don't get in the whole game, cuz I'm like, damn, like y'all not gonna play me 1 minute. And then the dudes I'm playing behind, I'm better than, bro. So like, no offense, because my man might see this. He gonna get tight.
I mean, you feel me? Like that's the confidence, bro.
Yeah, my son JT. Shout out to my son Jordan Taylor. That's my man. You feel me? It was him and Tywayne McKee. Tywayne McKee, good player. I don't know if you know him, but he played like Andre Miller, identical to Andre Miller.
Slow as fuck.
Anybody would see this who know him? Tywayne played like Andre Miller, bro. Mad smart, slow, crafty, look like him. Play just like him and look like him. So you get where I'm coming from. Like, yeah, he's smart. He might be able to get you some doms, do all this, but he ain't athletic. He ain't got this shit with him like I got. I'm in my head. This is what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm better than both of them. So I need to be playing at least. Well, I played 6 minutes. I played a total of 6 minutes in 3 games, bro.
That's crazy.
After coming off of the tournament I had, bro, I said, this is crazy. So then my agent was like, yo, you want to stay? I'm like, I don't even think they want me to stay, bro, because I don't even know what I could do to possibly even get a minute on the team. So my agent was like, all right, I'm just going to tell him to get out of there because we got a deal on the table to go overseas anyway. So I'm like, all right, bet. Just do that. So that's why I ended up going overseas. But the first week I'm overseas, I get a call from the Brooklyn Nets to come to summer camp. But I couldn't go because I was already tied into my overseas contract.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it was over. I ain't look at going back into the league until 2016. And that's when I got a call from the Timberwolves to come to point guard. They had a point guard camp because they was looking for a point guard, and they invited me. That's the only time I thought about getting back in the league, bro. I was like, it's cool.
And as far as your overseas career, man, just hop on that, man, because you know, like some people, I feel like some people just go get into the league, like they go to the league and don't get what they're worth, but they just want that stamp to say that they was in the league.
For
you
sure.
feel me? But that overseas money and that overseas life is great. Also, like I got my man, he actually he plays with Kimber and Mike James out there. I forgot the name of this shit, but he's
you talking about Diallo?
Huh?
What you talking about?
Alpha, my man Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha, that's my man. You know he's
from my block.
Brewster, man. He a Brewster boy.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
like, I watch Alpha grow up, bro.
It's crazy because I seen him, not to go off topic. I seen him before he got his bag when he was about to get it. He was playing in Greece. I played against him before he went to Monaco the year before. Boy was hooping. That boy was hooping.
Yeah, bro. Nice. He just got his mom's a crib, everything, man. Like my other young boy just flew out there. Man, that nigga was showing me all type of shit when he was out there. I'm like, yo, that's dope, man.
That's
you feel me? But yeah, just speak on like that overseas life, bro.
I mean, honestly, bro, this overseas shit get tough, bro, and it's harder than what people think. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, a team could offer you $1 million, man. They might not even pay you. You feel me? It's all about winning. If you're not winning, it's clip. You could be signed to a team, play one game, they send your ass home. Like, this is cutthroat business over here. You feel me? So if you're not built for it, don't even come over here. Because at the end of the day, this shit could drain you. It could have you mentally questioning your game, your skills. Like, I've seen it all. But if you know how to play the game and you learn quick to it, it's an easy transition as far as like getting money, playing in good leagues, traveling the world. You know what I mean? You can go out in certain places. They got nice, you know what I mean, urban shit you can go to and go outside and enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? You could be a rock star in certain countries because certain cities in certain countries is really active. So it's like you could be a rock star. But there's certain people that's really grinding in terrible situations. So for me personally, my experience of my years overseas, I'm grateful enough to play in good places that I ain't really had no money problems besides the 1 year I was in Turkey. And I was able to perform at a high level to where I'm still getting paid great money to this day. Everybody don't have the luxury of doing that. It's a lot of ups and downs over here in this overseas. Like, you can look at somebody like Mike James, for example. You look at Mike James now, you like, yo, he the man, he him.
Yeah.
You don't know where Mike started at to get there. Mm-hmm. Boy was in the dungeon. Boy was in the second division Israel getting pennies, bro. That boy worked to get there. Like, that wasn't handed to him. Yeah. That's why I got all the respect for Mike, because somebody like me, I started off higher than Mike. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started on a better situation than him. Boy grinded to get there to be the #1 scorer in EuroLeague history, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You feel me? So it's like somebody like him got that dedication. Somebody else who could have been a big time name that started off there could have not performed good there, got cut from there, and never got a job again.
Yeah.
That's how quick it could have transitioned. Mike could have got cut from second division Israel and never got a job nowhere else, because if you can't perform in the second division here, why should I take you somewhere else? That's how these people be thinking. So as quick as he became EuroLeague #1 scorer, he could have been at the crib doing something else that quick. Yeah. If he even had that work ethic and tenacity to be great, bro. So I'm saying that to say this: overseas ain't for everybody. Whoever watching this thinking about going overseas and all that, don't go overseas if you 28, 29 and getting $1,000, $2,000, bro. You could find better things at home to do, be around your family. Yeah, bro, and be around your family, bro. You feel me? Like, that's just me in general. If I'm not getting a lot of money, bro, I'm going back to the crib, bro. I miss my family every day, bro. So it's like jail, but you got free rec time all day.
And that's funny you put it like that. And like, what would you say is like your best city, like your favorite city and your least favorite city or country?
Favorites. I'm gonna say Tel Aviv and Beirut.
Those your
Tel Aviv, Beirut, and Istanbul. It's crazy, bro. Like, it really be active. Like, it be active over there. Like, you can actually live life. Like, it's like I'm in America. Like, you feel me? Anything you could do in America, you could do in them places. You feel me? And the worst place, China, bro.
Said China?
China and Saudi. But Saudi is amazing because of the whole religiousness that's going on over there. The people, everybody nice, it's super safe. They got all the food spots, but it's no lifestyle though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got things to do, but it's not like you could just go outside because it's so strict as far as like the festivities of what you can do. Yeah. You feel me? But still a beautiful place. China, no. Ain't nothing to do. It's terrible. No. I'm off.
Yeah, man.
Money great. Money great though. The money worth it to be over there.
To be over there, the money worth it?
Yeah, bro. I was over there for 3.5 months, but I brought my shorty with me. Them dudes that didn't have a shorty with them, I say, yo, I don't know how y'all doing this, bro.
is going
I don't
through it.
even have.
But yeah, nah, man. I just I just wanted the people just to get an earful of how that overseas life is, man. Because
Sure.
me personally, I don't know about it, but I know a lot of people that played overseas, and they tell me stories. Like they tell me stories about them not getting paid, shit like that, man.
For sure, bro. That shit happens. Like it really happens.
And just let the
Team still owe me $15,000 to this day, and this was my rookie year.
Crazy.
This day. And
I'd have been suing the shit out.
I'd
have been suing the shit out them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, if you sue them, you gotta pay for your lawyer. You gotta pay to go to court. You gotta pay for the other team to go to court.
You paying more than you trying to get back.
That's what I'm saying. But the judge gonna tell them that they gotta reimburse me for everything I paid for.
Mm-hmm.
But they still not gonna pay you.
Yeah.
You feel me? They just don't pay you. Then what you gonna do? Take them to court again? The judge gonna say, all right, you guys can't have a team this year. You know what they do? They make a new team under a different name. That's what they do, bro. Overseas, cutthroat, bro. This shit cutthroat, man. Ain't nothing like it, bro. That's why you gotta perform, go crazy. That way they don't want you to go nowhere. They know they can't win without you, and they gonna give you that bread.
And just let the people know what you into now, because you still overseas, man. You're not retired yet or nothing, man. Just let the people know what's going on now.
I'm over in Egypt right now. We just won the in-season tournament. We won a preseason cup. So right now we 2-0 in championships. We got the BAL coming up, the BAL, that's sponsored by the NBA, right? We got that coming up. Yeah, the Basketball African League is sponsored by the NBA. We got that coming up in April. Hopefully we win that, and then we got the championship for the Egyptian League in June. So I'm just trying to clear up, man. I get these next 2 championships, I'll be straight, man. Got one more year after this, I can retire or something. Go back to the hood, throw my sneakers on the pole, man. You feel me?
That's what's up. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, and before we get out of here, man, like as you can see, the name of this podcast is Key to the Game, man, and the whole concept of it is just like key to the game is like what's some knowledge that you could give to the younger youth or your younger self that'll basically help you prosper in life today.
If I could tell the youth something, because there's so much I could tell them. But if I could tell them one thing, shit already written. You know what I mean? Don't kill yourself as far as your work ethic, but don't kill yourself don't kill other people trying to get to where you're trying to get to, if that makes sense. Like, don't feel like somebody else's success determines your success. You know what I mean? Don't we wear a chip on our shoulder, but don't overly do it. You know what I mean? Because so many times, I could see myself getting an attitude or cursing out somebody when I was young where it wasn't even worth it. I was just me trying to express myself of how much I want to be great. You know what I mean? You don't gotta do that. You know what I mean? Just trust everything gonna work out. Put that work ethic in, and just, know what I mean, stay committed to what you gotta do. Nobody else's success is gonna determine yours. Don't overly wear that chip, man. Yeah. That chip is good to have, but leave it on the court. You know what I mean? And even on the court, don't act crazy. Be cool, calm, and collected. That's what the coaches want to see. Be cool, calm, and collected. Still be a dog, bark on them, but just make sure it's at a level to where it's, not mean, because that street image and that gangster image, that's played out. I'm gonna be real with you. Is that overly tough shit is played out. So they want somebody that's nonchalant, cool, calm, and collected. Those are the ones that's the gangsters now. Those is really the tough ones. The one that's mentally strong. Those are the tough ones nowadays on the court. So that'll be my that'll be something I just give to them. Something that could translate, that has nothing to do with basketball, just more so demeanor. You know what I mean? How you carry yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's the key to the game, man. Mark, man, I appreciate you, man. It's been a pleasure, man. Definitely, man. For the people that's viewing this, man, that's another episode, man. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, man.
Do all that.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you, Mark, man. I appreciate you, man. We out.
Appreciate you, bro. You already know, man. Love.
All right.